Look at that, Carolina blue, NC State red. This place is packed. What a great Saturday night, women's college soccer. And things get underway here in Raleigh at Dale Soccer Stadium. Jamise Joseph with some early ball pressure for NC State, coming off back-to-back draws, one against Wake Forest, one against the nationally ranked Duke foe. Ball control will be a big question for the Tar Heels tonight. They love to control possession. NC State comfortable, though, in its defensive shell. Emily Colton with the quick touch outside for Shores. Evelyn chips one in. That'll be the test for Taylor Chisholm in this back line. Can they clear early pressure? Carolina coming off a fantastic 3-3 draw. That match was electric last Sunday against Florida State. A healthy and fully loaded Carolina club, yet to drop a result this year. All 4 ties, 7 wins. And now Kawagishi gets the turnover. We will see how well the Wolfpack can counter tonight if they get any scoring opportunities. That one's last touched by Carolina. Michaela, what's the mindset in a matchup like this when you're facing a #1 team in the country?
I think, honestly, you have to manage the emotions a bit and just know and have confidence from the performances. And that's why, not even only in big matchups like this, but your previous performances to kind of build that momentum. They had, you know, two points on the road to Duke and Wake Forest at NC State. So I think they can lean into the crowd, lean into the team, but just take lessons away from those previous performances and then look to correct those and just go out and play. It's just another team. Despite, you know, rankings can kind of do some things mentally to you, but at the end of the day, they have every right to be on this field as they do. So,
and an NC State team that's been littered with 1-goal results.
Right.
Not been blowouts despite the slow start, with no wins in the conference. And here they sit now in desperate need. 0-1-2 in ACC play. Here's Leah Hall Robinson against some heavy ball pressure. Now Brianna Weber, who was off an excellent match against Duke, held the Blue Devils scoreless in that one. With Olivia Protopis in keeper. She's worked the last 2 months as the starter with an injury to Maria Echezarreta. Neither team played in the midweek, so well rested for these 2 programs. It was a weird week in the ACC. Midweek's quiet. There was a Friday match, but none on Thursday, so both clubs ready to go tonight. You see, all time, Carolina's had a ton of success, but 2 of those 3 losses are in the last 10 years of Coach Santoro. The crazy nugget of it all, Carolina won the first 25 meetings between these programs.
Yes, I think Santoro's trying to change that. So far is doing okay, but Carolina definitely has the upper hand.
Patterson plays one in, and that took a wicked hop off the post, resulting in a corner kick. Anson Dorrance, of course, the only coach here for North Carolina in his 46-year tenure. So early pressure with the opening corner kick for the Tar Heels. And here's Emily Moxley, the graduate senior out of Cary, local product. What an opportunity in her 50th career start. Moxley plays it middle. Good header run, and an opening goal for the Tar Heels. Dynamic connection to Evelyn Shores, able to knock that one in.
Moxley puts a really good ball in here, and Shores is aggressive to attacks it. Placed it nicely in the corner, and definitely a way you want to start.
Did that also tip Weber's shoulder as well?
I think it did. It looks like it hit a little deflection there, but kudos to Shores for being aggressive there and being the first one to get her head on it.
Evelyn Shore's up to 4 goals this year for the Tar Heels. It's tied for the best. Look at Joseph in the box, and it's deflected. Wow, that's a dynamic striker in a great position.
Good response here from NC State. You see Leo Hall-Robinson be aggressive, driving at that back line here. Puts a nice ball in.
Oh, is there any chance for Joseph to quickly fire that on target?
She, I think you can kind of see in her expression there, just didn't make the contact that she wanted. Definitely can argue, got to put that one on frame. That's a really, really good chance for Wolfpack
to counter right away.
Right, exactly.
5 minutes in, both teams with excellent chances. Carolina will control possession all night. Can NC State capitalize on the counter? Here's a good ball to Emerson Elgin. And beautiful one touch to Patterson. She'll play it forward on a dime. Look at this moment for Cox, who rolled it slowly to the keeper. We noted in the open, her sister Rachel, 4-year starter here at NC State. Her fellow sister Claire also at App State playing college, so a tremendously athletic family. Very athletic.
I heard Isabel learned everything she knows from Rachel, so a little Wolfpack credit there.
And Michaela, you have the inside source of playing with that family, so you know very well.
Yes, I had the privilege of playing with Rachel. She was a senior when I was a freshman, and really great family, and nice to see that her sister chose to stay local at least.
This was a spot start for Isabella, and Coach Anson Dorrance is well aware of that situation as NC State gives up possession. Nice job, though, to pressure that throw in. Monica Woner wins it back. The home student section, the Red Terrors ready to roll tonight, but it's Carolina with the first goal in the opening 5 minutes. Chisholm finds Hall Robinson. And that a bit in no man's land. And here is the opening goal right on the first corner kick. Carolina able to finish here. And the best part is watching the house divided reactions on the far side behind the section there. Seeing the people in blue stand up, the people in red sit down. I mean, this is an excellent environment for college soccer.
Really good crowd tonight, and you definitely can see the color the color differences. Very easy to spot.
How do you handle that as a player when you do see an excellent atmosphere and there was some emotion in this game?
Yeah, I honestly, I think getting through the first 10-15 minutes is really important. That's when nerves are high, your adrenaline is at its all-time high, and then just getting into settle into the game. I think UNC arguably has settled in well, going up a goal in the first 10 minutes, but NC State has already had a chance. They've connected some passes. I think both teams it's really going to be important to see who takes dominance in that possession and can kind of counter on some of these opportunities and build even further.
This is a Carolina team that's only surrendered 7 goals all year, so you combine a good offense with a stout defense. And that one's chipped away by Brianna Weber. Columbia, the best scoring defense in the country, less than 1 goal allowed per match. They're at about 5 total. There's a collision, no foul, and play continues. Savvy King, the true freshman, anchoring this defense out of Agora Hills, California. Good product. NC State, though, Michaela, committing more bodies forward tonight, really trying to pressure the ball for UNC just a touch. Dynamic Sam Meza, always electric with the ball on her feet. And those green boots for the Dallas, Texas product. It's her 60th career start tonight. That's a ton of experience in the midfield.
Yeah, she's someone we haven't highlighted in the open, but bringing a lot of leadership to the Tar Heels, really good versatility. You see her on the outside as well as popping into the midfield. So really just stellar player for the Tar Heels.
Chisholm able to clear out. And now a head ball to Joseph. Jamise can be electric, even 1-on-3. Joseph stays left, fires on target for save for Emmy Allen. It's a big question for tonight for Carolina. Emmy Allen sliding into some big roles. Claudia Dickey, the reigning starting keeper, has graduated. It's been her role all year and has excelled in that position.
Right, she's filled that gap really nicely. I think they can be very happy with her performance over the past year. Good to see Jamise here getting active. You know, highlighted her in the open, but she's going to be someone that we're going to see consistently tonight and able to get a shot on frame there and just see what can happen. I think 1-on-3 there is like you said, but still able to get a shot off and on her left. So. And
her biggest goal against Carolina, 21st minute 2 years ago, right here on this pitch. That was a 1-0 win. It was a stretch where NC State beat Duke and Carolina in a 2-week little span. Helped the Wolfpack get back to the tournament. 6 straight years NC State's been in the NCAAs. That is now in question with a slower start in the non-conference. Win tonight could really revitalize that effort as this is deflected. Leah Hall Robinson earns the throw for NC State. Carolina, meanwhile, tonight, they want to match Florida State after that dynamic matchup last Sunday and remain at the top of the tables here in the ACC.
Right. It's crazy already that we're talking about postseason. I can't believe we're even bringing that up, but it is critical now that we're at this stage. You're approaching midway through conference, so every point matters, and NC State especially really needs them as they, right, like that's the goal for everyone is to play post
I went the top 6
conference, right?
In the
exactly.
ACC tournament. Right now, Florida State, UNC be 1 and 2, but NC State be sitting outside around 10th at the moment. As that cross is headed away, but not out of danger just yet. I love the way Carolina can maintain possession and be tactical in moments. It is unique to watch such a team so well with possession. Back to Meza. Now Shores, who scored the opening goal on the header for Carolina. Look at this through ball. And a bit strong there for Patterson, the captain. As a defender, your head must be on a swivel when you have a team passing like this.
Yeah. Even more so than just Carolina's possession style, I think a lot of their players are very dynamic, which makes them very hard to defend. So you have to be very organized, very locked in mentally and physically as players are constantly moving around you.
There's Olivia Protapas, the starting keeper for NC State. Had 7 matches of experience in Louisville, but this is a much different level now as the full-time starter with Echezarreta out at the end of August. Tapas critical, 5 saves against Duke on Sunday, earning a much-needed draw.
Right, as we talk about organization, I think she was a critical piece in that. And typically you don't see, right, or talk much about the goalkeepers and in line with that piece, but very vocal, very communicative back there. I think she brings a lot of experience that is needed, especially with Wolfpack being a little bit
that
younger.
Run a play there from Patterson. She now plays it out wide, and Hall Robinson evades the pressure. This Carolina pressure is relentless on NC State. Even maintaining possession is difficult. Chisholm plays it long. Looking for Soto there, and Kawagishi knocks it down. Here's Holt. Oh, Protapas got to be careful. Patterson almost swiped it. And Hall Robinson now wants to counter. Good dribbling there from Strickland. Interplay, and a bit strong. That is a hard one to stop and start if you're Strickland finding that timing.
Yeah, I think, you know, Woner had the right idea there. They just weren't on the same page.
And what's what's incredible tonight, every touch, there's these oohs and ahs and gasps from this crowd just waiting for an NC State chance in this one. 2,000 plus, standing room only. It is difficult to find a seat tonight.
I'm going to say, as I look around, a lot of folks standing, just absolutely no seats anywhere. So I'm definitely interested to see if record is being broken tonight.
Think back to Alexis Strickland, who redshirted at Carolina in 2020 and then moved across town to NC State, because this place is packed. Thank God I parked around 4:30, got here early.
Definitely saw some tailgating going on in the parking lot. The support is great to see, even for both teams. I know, great crowd for the Wolfpack, but lots of blue shirts here as well.
As Bertapas takes care of that one. It's a unique Saturday, no football for either program, which has opened up the football atmosphere and has really brought out the best of both crowds tonight.
Yeah, a lot of folks in the Triangle as well. Parents' weekend here at NC State, football game last night. So I think women's soccer is the thing to do tonight. I love it.
There are 5 matches in the conference. That is a busy little Saturday for college soccer. Of course, Wake Forest held serve with a ranked win last night. Now can the #1 team in the country do the same? Strickland attracts 4. Olu steps through space and lost it. Chisholm with a good turn to win it back. Now some consistent possession for NC State. Maybe playing its most resilient soccer of the last week. 2 draws, 1 at Wake, 1 at Duke. And NC State gives that right back. Carolina playing well in space. Here's the captain, Avery Patterson, making her 62nd start in the Tar Heel Blue. Has a bit off on that touch. Now Olu looks to play it long for Joseph. I do wonder how much of that bombs away mentality will be a factor tonight with the speed of Jamise Joseph. Well, we'll see it here. Joseph against, 7 defenders of Carolina. And she's stonewalled by the All-American Meza. Paul Robinson has to be smart here. Pressured by Patterson and plays the release. And the valve is shot out of play by NC State. Oh, there's a collision and a foul there on Evelyn Shores. She'll have a quick word with Stephen Foster, our lead referee tonight.
Just came in really late there and took a knock, didn't really get the ball. Just, yeah. Kind of surprised it. Contender for a yellow potentially, but good to see that Strickland's okay. Kind of fell a little bit awkwardly, so.
Wow, and then an awkward touch there by Taylor Chisholm, the Wilmington product. You can see it in Tim Santoro's face right now. He knows his team needs to settle into this match. He had noted the defensive shell and the commitment to that in the Duke performance. He loved their effort against the Blue Devils.
And I think that's definitely a core characteristic of NC State and a lot of their programs. It's a very gritty, scrappy, blue-collar type of environment that I think games like this really seek that out. So I can see why Santoro is really looking for that again tonight, and that performance against Duke to be reciprocated.
Patterson on a nice touch for Shores. And that'll go NC State's way. Wolfpack searching for that critical win. It's been a minute, August 17th, since their last victory. But they've been able to scratch and claw 3 draws in the last month, and that has been, on one point, keeping them in the standings, now needing a big performance these next 2 weeks. Now, sloppy turnover there for NC State. Running room here for Shores. There's a shot just over target. Good look from Sentnor.
Haven't seen much of her tonight, but definitely definitely getting in on the action now. This is why we highlighted her to open. Super dynamic, taking that central, taking players on, being aggressive, driving at that back line, which is what she does best, and getting shots off. So that's what you want from opportunities from her, and that's why the Tar Heels look for her for that.
Now the leader in points in ACC play with 11. She's been electric in these league games. Critical goal against Florida State, one more against Virginia. And now a long ball. Warner looks to track it. Savvy King is all over it. Which,
yeah,
by the way, is one of the best names in college soccer.
Exactly. Cleaned up fairly easy by her.
Now, Savvy Queen may have been the best name, but Savvy King works too. Anchoring this Carolina defense. Look at the amount of attention on Jimmy's Joseph every time she touches.
Swarmed.
There are 3 to 4 bodies around her. Carolina, who has done excellent against NCAA foes, 4-0-3 against top 25 teams. They've lived up to it, now flexing their muscle tonight, up a goal early. A lot of space to operate with here as State moves its lines back. Meza. Good back heel. Meza almost had it. Still alive in the box. And forced to clear there, Weber. There's a dangerous space to let Carolina dribble with possession.
Right, Tar Heels' movement off the ball there is really good. Good connection by Cox and Meza there. And that's kind of the gaps in the spacing that we were talking about that NC State really have to communicate and lock up. They cannot allow that time and space on top of the box for the Tar Heels to get opportunities.
Here's Dela Peruta, who spent the last 2 weeks playing for the Italian under-23 national team. She has returned to the States for this week of practice and now her first minutes. Her sister, Tali, also a big-time captain on this team as well. So one of the 5 sister tandems in the ACC, including the Holt sisters here for NC State.
Exactly, yep.
Paul Robinson wins possession back and plays a long ball. Owner lost that race, and Savvy King will shuffle it back to Allen. The fact that a conference has 5 sister tandems, though, I find that fascinating.
It is very unique.
You hear about one in the league or one on the team.
Yeah.
To have basically a third of your teams in the league have sister tandems.
Right.
Of course, the Cox sisters played for both schools in this program, NC State and UNC, but adding to that list.
Tell you what, though, that's got to be very cool to be a parent and have both of your daughters play, let alone the same team, let alone in the ACC, and that's really special.
The Cox family from the Greensboro area, Grimsley High School, the Grimsley Whirlies. For those who know, if you know, you know. Patterson, nice ball wide. Colton gets a tip. Ooh, Protapas has to be smart right on that back line. You're walking that Squid Game because if you fall too far back, you get chopped out and eliminated, but able to hold her ground. Kayla, what have you thought stylistically of these two teams about 20 minutes in?
You know, NC State has definitely looked aggressive at times. I think on the same time, there are moments that they are being very direct, you know, and that, not as a fault, because I like that, you know, they're trying to go forward, but against the Tar Heels back line where they have Savvy King, they have Macy Bell, I don't know if those foot races are going to match up quite right. And again, UNC, I think, really has settled into their possession, their movement off the ball. I think their midfielders are finding it very well. So if NC State can just kind of tighten up.
Here's Joseph with possession. Plays it on the back foot. Macy Bell chasing, centers in, and a corner kick. Wolfpack.
And those are the kind of through balls that NC State needs to capitalize on. Balls direct, but to their forwards. That lofted ball over the top, just in a foot race, I don't know if that will match up correctly, but Jamise Joseph here, get the ball out wide to her, let her run with it. You know,
and force Savvy King to make a decision.
Exactly. Give her the ball. She's good on the ball. She can run with it. Definitely want to see her more involved.
Kawagishi to trigger this corner in front of the student section. Instead plays it short. Right back to her. Plays it in. Looking for a head. Instead a collision. That might have been red-on-red crime there. Look at the speed of Carolina. Wow, earning the throw. Savvy King, or pardon me, that was Dela Peruta, but her effort to get up the field was impressive.
Right, she was definitely coming in with some speed. Fresh off the bench, until some fresh legs.
Tori had been overseas the last 2 weeks playing for Italy. Now she gets possession onside. Dela Peruta crosses. Good 1v1 from Weber. Wow, look at Weber playing into space with the advantage. AC Bell wins the foot race with Joseph. And I like with the referee, they're letting advantage play.
Yeah, I mean, really big play there by Brianna Weber. Credit to her. That's fantastic 1v1 defending. And it continues to keep the ball. I know that ball out wide didn't connect with Joseph, but really good stuff from her.
Carolina with the goal in the first 5 minutes, sitting comfortably here, and a foul is earned. Dela Peruta goes down. Well, that's not a self-start just yet. They'll have to, oh no. Okay, it was a self-start.
Yeah, he's letting her play. Interesting.
I don't know if that was a targeted pass, trying to play a striker ahead.
Yeah, I think she was looking for Dela Peruta, but just didn't, she wasn't looking for it. I just don't think she was on the same page there on the quick restart.
Sentnor send that right to the keeper, so Protopis is all over it. What a responsibility for Olivia Protopis. Her 10th career start. Gives up the goal on the header, not necessarily her fault, but has played 2 great matches against Wake and Duke in the last 2 weeks. Sprinkle in the 3rd top 25 opponent, and it's #1 Carolina tonight. Space here from AC Bell. Dela Peruta on the connection. Right back to her. Dela Peruta gets by Soto. And that one sent out. Right back to Carolina. Dangerous through ball. And Protopis comes out from her position. Patterson did a nice job staying on side there, too. In case any ball slipped away from Protopis' mitts. Carolina scored 2 critical goals against Florida State on second chances. That has been a strength of Anson Dorrance' team this year. A program that wants to avenge a loss here in Raleigh in 21. They served it best with a 2-0 win last year in Chapel Hill. Listen to the oohs and ahs of this place. Back and forth on every touch, every turnover. It is fascinating how this Raleigh area is so divided.
So, right. Credit, it's a great game, but I think the rivalry goes a bit deeper, and in just the investment into it, into your school, into winning is just so, yeah, it runs deep.
Great ball to Dela Peruta, looking for the back head. Wow, that would have been lovely from Patterson coming on strong. Instead, a throw for NC State. NC State surrenders the goal in the first 5 minutes. They have held their own since. And now Joseph wins the ball. This is where the two-time all-conference standout can be special. Holt comes forward and loses possession. Look at Carolina wanting to run. Dela Peruta up top, looking for it. Instead, a through ball long, gets it back. Now shoots off the top and in for Carolina. What a return. Tori Dela Peruta playing for the Italian Nationals under 23. And she comes right in and contributes.
Taylor Chisholm just doesn't clean this up, and Dela Peruta just capitalizes on it. It's a fantastic finish. Takes a quick touch, quick hit, puts it on target right over the goalkeeper, and that's a fantastic finish.
The sophomore is etching her name into this Carolina-NC State rivalry. Oh, now the Wolfpack give it right back. Woner lost it. Carolina pressing numbers forward here. The header in the first 5 minutes, and the Dela Peruta lovely finish from outside 18. Look at Shores operating in space. Great through ball. And it's cleared out for a corner. It was the 8th career goal for Dela Peruta, who now looks to match her number's sake on this corner kick.
Taking the corner kick from the Tar Heels, number 9, Tori Dela Peruta.
I think she found some fans in the stands, too. What a return for Tori, who's been out the last 2 weeks playing for her national team. Here's Emily Moxley to send one in. Plays it deep and headed away. And this is a caravan of substitutes in a minute here for Carolina, which is typical in the Anson Dorrance way.
Yes, if you've seen UNC play, you definitely know it's the hockey, the hockey style substitutions.
Her sister Talia, number 24, they're about to check in, and then a whole bunch of others. On the next whistle, that group of 6 will come in. Meza on the ball, just shields off Kawagishi. Rare mishap there from Carolina. Here's Olu, who was risen into this role for NC State early in her career. A holding mid who can play balls like that. I did miss her target there, but Tim Santoro's been impressed with Olu sliding into this role this year.
Right, big shoes to fill with Jaden Thomas going out early in the season. Unfortunate, knee injury there, season-ending injury for her. But Olu has really started to settle in. I think conference play was kind of a marker for her. She stepped up to the plate and, has really defined herself in that 6 role.
So bear with me here. Maddie Darlene, Melina Rabimbas, Kate Fossey, Tessa Della Rose, and Talia Dela Peruta, try saying that 5 times fast, have all subbed in for the remaining 12 minutes. Fresh legs in for the Tar Heels now. Fossey sends it in. Ooh, Patterson stayed on. The ball pressure is tremendous here from Carolina. Della Rose maintaining it. Gets it back. Now Carolina wants to center, and they do earn the corner. Oh wow, Brooklyn Holt down after that contact. Let's hope she's okay. And we'll stop clock here for a moment. The medical staff being asked to come on, the trainers.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what happened there, but she definitely doesn't look okay.
Let's watch to the end of this. Oh, yeah, that left foot.
Yeah, I don't know if it was her foot or her ankle or knee. Very interesting. She definitely looks in a little bit of pain there.
Devin Deaton and the athletic training staff keeping close tabs there on Brooklyn. Of course, her sister Brianna, instrumental here at NC State. There's Tim Santoro, who's now third in NC State history, 84 wins, and keep an eye on one of his bright young players. Still keeping tabs on Brooklyn, who remains down. And it looks like a full substitute will come in here. Let's take one more look at this. My apologies there. Brooklyn getting back to her feet. Certainly hope that ankle's okay. It looks tough there on the fall.
Yeah, on an internal replay, you kind of saw that it just completely kind of rolled over there. It definitely didn't look too good. So quite a bit of pain. I hope she, is able to get some help there, and hope she'll be all right.
So Hannah Jabril will sub in the interim. Corner kick here for Dela Rose. This is where Carolina scored on its first opportunity. Nice ball forward. Dela Peruta sends it in. This is promising off the top on a crossbar. Nearly a third for Carolina. And a foul there. Soto stops the run of play. Wow, what could have been here for Fossey.
Really dangerous opportunity here for the Tar Heels. Dalian sends a great ball in. Kate Fossey just isn't able to get her head over it.
And her reaction is fantastic, right?
She knows
there.
it. She's just like, what in the world? How did that not go in?
That's a critical break.
She did everything she needed to, gets in the box, gets her head on it, and just posting it saver on that one.
The wall is set. This is sent in. Rabimbas back into play, but a bit long. And now NC State with a couple of substitutes. Annika Wollner will take the breather, and Jade Bordelot will come in, the true freshman. And you see Brooklyn there heading to the locker room. Mary Frances Sims will enter. She's been impactful in moments here in the ACC. It's been a nice substitute for NC State, giving Olu the breather.
Yeah, I hope the fresh legs will revitalize some energy into the Wolfpack, as Tar Heels definitely got a boost in energy from their substitutions that they made.
Bordelot won that first header there.
Yep.
Kayla.
Subs have been very impactful so far.
Savvy King gets it right back to Emmy Allen, who had a season best 4 saves on Sunday against Florida State. There was a lot, of course, with the last second corner and the late drama, but Allen had a great performance despite the 3 goals given up. Not always on the goalkeeper when you look at those final stats.
Right.
Right now, Clemson leads the ACC in goals against average, at least in terms of starting goalkeepers. Of course, early, just 4 or 5 games into the league play. Ticking under 9 minutes to go in this half. A corner from Carolina in the first 5 minutes, and then Dela Peruta just 8 minutes ago made it 2-0. Here's Weber sending one long. Headed down by Macy Bell, the All-American defender. And maybe one of the best defenders in the country, not just at the All-American level, nationally. Looking to play this one forward, searching for Darlene. Plays it back. Opportunity here. Knocked down, second chance flick. That goes wide. But the possession and the shot making here for Carolina with Rabimbas and others, it's fun to watch at times.
The amount of opportunities that they create for themselves is definitely, you know, it speaks for itself. But again, their versatility from the forward to the midfield and the connections that they have on and off the ball is really what sets them apart and makes them a top program in the country.
Not the highest scoring team in the country this year, but their ability to create possession and opportunities is fun to watch. Texas with Lexi Mismo leads the country, 3.5 goals a night, but here's Carolina putting on a good display in this first half. Now Fossey into space, and she'll give that one away. Goal kick for NC State. By the way, side note, the Argyle Kinesio tape is next level. I love that look. There's Olivia Protapas, who has seen the Tar Heels both in her Louisville tenure, now at NC State, is the starter tonight. And watch this go out of play for a Carolina throw. One goal of a header and a deflection, the second of individual brilliance from UNC. That certainly turned Dale Soccer Stadium a bit quiet here in the final minutes of this opening half. Except for the Vuvuzela guy. Good long ball, and that's headed away by Chisholm. Carolina, though, still on possession. With both Dela Perutas in. Here's Bell. And dispossessed by Kawagishi. Until she gives it right back. Risky spot on the field here to be sloppy with the ball. Chisholm has to spray one forward. If only a clearance at that. Sember. And we sit under 5 minutes to go in the first half. Good back heel touch. A bit wide there. Paul Robinson gets it out. Coming forward, King. Look at Sember. Darlene plays it in, headed wide. Wow, that was a lovely service.
Nice ball in here, and just found herself a little bit too near post, where she wasn't able to deflect it on target. But again, UNC is looking really dangerous right now. I think that second goal kind of took a little bit of NC State's wind out of their sails. And
Dela Peruta's just been swimming through the 18, waiting for a chance. Real opportunistic. forward and scoop it up. Now a few minutes for NC State to get adjusted to its new lineup without Brooklyn Holt. She went down via injury a few minutes prior. Joseph watches this one come down. Jabril keeps possession and draws a foul as she lands awkwardly. Hope her eye is okay here.
Oh, just took
Never
a really
fun
nice
play. Take some turf to the face.
Exactly. This is not a.
This is a well-maintained pitch, but that still hurts.
Yeah.
Now Jabril, who started on Sunday against Duke, big substitute today. Now a promising ball in, headed free by Bell. Kawagishi, and that's played out of danger by Carolina. Rabimbus knocks it out. Nearing the last 2 minutes of this first half. Now the sprint is on. You watch Dela Peruta just turn on the jets, and she becomes a major factor.
Yeah, Tar Heels play a 3-back, and they are not afraid to send players forward at all. They just, they just sprint after everything.
Putting a ton of pressure on every possession here for NC State. And then with defenders ready, promising run by Weber. That is sprayed free by Macy Bell, the All-American. There's Joseph coming forward. There are answers to every question that NC State has asked tonight of Carolina defensively. Until Joseph manpowers the way black. Joseph dribbles in and has it tipped out of play for the corner. This could be the last good chance of the first half for NC State.
Joseph definitely showing some character there, some grit, and just let me chase it down, let me get it, and make something happen for myself. So, and those are the things you want out of your older players, right? You're down 2-0, but 45 to go, and you get a corner out of it. Great effort.
Kawagishi a bit off her line. Possession here for Sims. Strickland, the former Tar Heel, lost it. Sims turns, final 25 seconds. Strickland, not much there. 2 shots for the Tar Heels in the first half. Or pardon me, for the Wolfpack in the first half. 6 for the Tar Heels, and that might be it in these final 10 seconds. An impressive display from the #1 team in the country. Opening header in the first 5 minutes. And Tori Dela Peruta returning to the goal-scoring category. Making it 2-0 for the winningest all-time coach in women's college soccer right there, Anson Dorrance. Quality first 45 minutes. NC State starts with possession here in the second. And quickly gives it away. With the amount of possession that Carolina has had in this first half, what must the Tar Heels do to maintain and build on this 2-0 lead?
I think it's exactly like you said, just maintain what they were building in the first half, They found some really good chances out wide. Moxley has really put in some good service, and they've been able to, players are getting in behind and getting on some balls in the box. So
wow, look at Sentnor going for target. Are you kidding? That's 3 straight goals, 3 straight games for Ali Sentnor. Talk about individual brilliance.
That is just a tremendous individual effort. And this is just not tight enough for the Wolfpack defense. Just allowing a player with that much time and space into your box. tremendous finish by Sentnor. Takes it, cuts it on her left. Nothing Protapas can do about that.
Oh, I mean, she just juked out Olu right there. Oh.
You know, she's the player that we highlighted at the beginning of this game, and I think she just kind of showed exactly why.
The NC State student section blows up a little smoke bombs to bring some energy and enthusiasm here. And unfortunately, if you're NC State, Carolina just put out the fire there with a third goal. More pressure coming. That's why this Carolina team is really shaping into form. No defeats. And after conceding 2 goals late against Florida State, they're hungry for a win here in the conference. Paul Robinson comes forward from her defensive position, and that's cleared away. Olu is pressured and concedes. Look at the sprinting of the Carolina forwards, winning the ball and going immediately upfield. Dela Peruta up top anchors this charge. Kawagishi commits the foul, trying to prevent the turn on target. And that was Patterson who drew the foul.
Yeah, it's the right call by the ref there. Kawagishi doesn't even really, you know, go for the ball there, just kind of go straight for Patterson to dangerous position as well. So
there's Protapas like a painter drawing up her wall. Carolina can score from these distances. Set pieces have been a nice piece for the Tar Heels this year. And now it's Sentnor to deliver. Sentnor through the wall. Shot back in. Wow, smart run there by Patterson, looking to flick it back. And that does earn a corner kick. This is relentless pressure from the Tar Heels. So Savvy King comes forward to serve this in. The reigning freshman of the week in the ACC. Headed back along, and Protapas rises up for it. Here is the one bright spot for NC State offensively, Jamise Joseph, and she earns the throw. While it may be difficult to score 1 on 5, her ability to maintain possession, that'll be important tonight for NC State.
Right, and I mean, like you saw with Ellie Sentnor producing a bit of individual magic, Jamise Joseph has been known to do that, and I think that's what the Wolfpack are really going to need, is just leaning on her to produce.
Her team best 23 career goals, including 2 against the Tar Heels in her tenure. Paul Robinson wins it. Nice header by Meza. Those green boots and All-America talent certainly make Meza stand out right in the middle of the pitch. The senior to Dallas, Texas, making her 60th career start. That was incidental arm contact, so play continues. Now a turn on the ball. Shores plays it forward. Olu did a great job with her hip there, sealing off the run from Carolina. Just please don't hip check me on your way out, Michaela. Keep me safe. Five minutes into this second half. More pressure mounting. This is out wide. Patterson thinks about it. Shot on. Second look off her own teammates. A save from the Tar Heels. That hit Dela Peruta at the last moment.
And the Wolfpack can be thankful for that placement there. That's a
woman who scored 1, hit 1 off the crossbar, and almost had a second here.
Patterson puts a super dangerous ball here. Jabril just slips, it looks like, and...
Oh, okay, because you're for Dela Peruta. You have no idea where that shot's going.
Right, I think she kind of just honestly hit herself from making contact.
Pertapis says, thank you, my friend.
A little bit of a team effort there.
So that one gets sent out of the way. Her royalty check's coming in the mail next week for her appearance. It is interesting with the writer's strike the last couple of months. We do hope that all gets settled, but I'm waiting for the next big film to come out in the summer. I don't know if they will with some of the latest negotiations. The Tar Heels, though, they have written plenty of elite documentaries, 22-time national champions. Back in the finals last year, losing to UCLA in a dramatic overtime. Back in Hungary now as the #1 team in the country. Out wide again. Lee Hall Robinson deflects it towards keeper. There was a push from King, holding off Joseph. I like this decision here by NC State, bringing bodies forward on the free kick. Jabril has been big in moments with her size on headers in the box. We'll see if Kawagishi can find anyone. Mika delivers towards target. Allen collides into an NC State player, Chisholm, and comes out with it.
Allen looked really comfortable coming out for that. Really solid. I know she didn't catch it on that original.
Not only on the touch, but you're right, the deflection
exactly,
too.
Exactly, yeah.
Allen 6-0-4 this year with 22 saves. A little bit of a shove. Play continues. Soto comes out with it. And now Dela Peruta into the middle. Oh, good deflection, Hall Robinson. The pressure mounting here. Moxley earns the corner.
See Allen coming out super aggressive. I know she drops that first one, but just the reaction there, you can leaping over Chisholm.
That was a great ball forward to Dela Peruta.
Yes.
And I see Emmy Allen waiting on this corner from the Tar Heels. Moxley goes short, headed high, and just over target. Wow, the Wolfpack are going to have to be careful. Carolina is putting a lot of contact on balls in the box.
Right, they're really peppering the back line here, and just doing a really good job of finding balls in the box and being the first to make contact. I think, you know, winning those 50-50 balls is something that they've really excelled at tonight, and Wolfpack just haven't been able to match that.
And St. Dorance's club playing at an elite level tonight. Like a team that would match Florida State for first in the ACC with a win tonight in terms of points. Out to Moxley. Oh, Pertapis came out. Pertapis, a one-man wrecking crew in the box, saves a fourth goal.
Wow, and I know we just highlighted Emmy Allen, but on the flip side, Pertapis, tremendous effort there. Really good ball in the box here, but again, aggressive to come out so quick.
Not only shields off her own teammate, and then fights off Dela Peruta for the ball. What a return for Tori Dela Peruta, playing for the Italian U23 club the last couple of weeks. The Tar Heel team with Centnor's 4 goals, Patterson 4, and now Dela Peruta with 3. There's a ton of balance in this offense. There's Macy Bell coming forward. Oh, nifty. Back to Moxley. Moxley's dangerous. Good ball, bicycled in. But the offside flag.
think the Wolfpack can be thankful for that offsides there because...
And as a midfielder yourself, you have to love this service.
I mean, really close call by the AR. It's difficult to see from our line if that was offsides or not, but really good effort there by Dela Peruta.
And Macy Bell is slowly walking back to her team here. Let's hope she's okay as she slowly exits. Didn't see what happened particularly on that play.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I know she's definitely someone, I think all of college soccer has kind of anticipated her return to play
after missing last year. Great point.
Right, coming off an injury, so not really sure if she's just feeling a tweak or not, but
she checks out that left knee. Gives the athletic training staff a chance to keep tabs. And that's Kaylee Hare checking in, the Cary native from Crossroads Flex High School right nearby. Hare herself is returning from a season-ending injury against UCLA last year in the early stages of the regular season. We have a Wolf, a Hare, and a Tar Heel tonight. I knew you'd pick up on my puns. With Michaela Van Manen, I'm Evan Budrovich. Great crew tonight here in Raleigh. Duke and NC State for the 54th installment. They've split the last two, but it's all Tar Heels tonight. A throw conceded here. Another re-entrance. Isabella Cox comes back in, a fellow nearby native out of Greensboro. Never a worry at Anson Doran's face. Been down this road aplenty.
I think he can be very happy right now. Road win against a rival school, up 3-0. Still 33 minutes to play, and it doesn't look like Tar Heels
playing
are done.
on the front foot too.
Right.
Nifty footwork. This is knocked down. Well, Soto looks to tussle for space, and it's won back by the Tar Heels. Elgin sends it out wide. Back to her. Elgin through three. Make it four. How about a fifth? And it's deflected. And played back as we hit the final 32 minutes. Centnor. You see there Jamise Joseph having to come all the way back to add a provided number in the box. Well, Hall Robinson extends the shoulder there. Look at that energy from the Carolina bench. They can feel this match turning in the blue direction. Centnor plays it in, and no one there. What's impressed you about the Tar Heels' performance tonight?
You know, something that the Tar Heels have consistently been able to do season after season is just living up to expectations. I think, you know, they carry a very high pedigree and standard. I know you highlighted earlier of just so many national champions have played on, gone pro, and historically just very, very good players coming from UNC. But, you know, to become a great team is one thing, but to consistently be a great team is another. And I think just an impressive tonight is to come on the road and really come out to play is something that I think everyone can be impressed with in the stands as well.
And given Sunday's result, a disappointing draw in the eyes of the Tar Heels, Anson Dorrance noted we want to play aggressively and get a win. They are doing that tonight. Here's Moxley. Another ball in, center down. Carolina, though, continues to maintain possession. 11 shots, a ton of chances. And a back heel flick earns the throw.
Yeah, they are just peppering this Wolfpack defense in the second half.
Who the last two matches was as good as any, holding Duke and Wake Forest to one combined goal. Now a corner kick conceded. NC State did re-enter a couple of contributors, Mackenzie Smith, and here on the final night of September, it has been all Tar Heels tonight. It's Moxley's turn. Headed back in. Oh, good flick. Ken Protopis is there. And the dangerous chance from Colton. And that was a nifty flick by Colton. Off like the side of her knee to put that on target.
Yeah, Cox just, again, Tar Heels winning the first ball every time.
Here's another corner headed in. Second one off the top. Third to Protopis. Wow, Olivia Protopis, she stepped up tonight for NC State. Ahead to Joseph as the shots continue to pepper in. We have a Tar Heel down and a throw earned for NC State. You're getting to a point now with the time on the clock. A goal in the next 9 minutes would be absolutely necessary for NC State.
Right. They definitely need, to drive some numbers forward, get some momentum. You really haven't seen them enter the Tar Heel defensive third in the second half, and to generate some opportunities going forward over the next few minutes is going to be really critical to see how the rest of this half progresses for them.
And the speed at which Carolina loves to counter. Here's Avery Patterson, the top goal scorer here for the Tar Heels, who's had a couple of chances, good centering passes in too. And you see the next wave by committee ready to sub in the next few minutes. Olu knocks it down. Carolina gets set. We noted the Duke matchup, but hosting Miami, who's had a nice start to their year. That's a critical week for the Tar Heels coming up as well. Ball forward here. Back inside the box. Cox turns, centers, tip down. That was excellent defending by NC State.
Definitely seen Avery Patterson get involved more in the second half on that left side coming in.
Kaylee Hare gives it back. You see the line change of subs ready to go for Anson Dorrance for the next few minutes. NC State counters with one. It looks intimidating when you see 6 ready to check in.
And they're coming in with speed as well. They're ready to go.
Coach Dorrance's club yet to take a defeat this year. 4 draws, 7 wins, and looking at an elite level tonight. Trying to win their 26th ACC regular season championship. Them in Florida State, neck and neck. Good touch on the ball from Cox, and it's sent high. Colton. What a beautiful ball. Held on by Sentnor. Patterson plays it wide. Here's Hare coming forward, the sophomore to carry. Back to Moxley. Into the box, won by the Tar Heels. Oh, Protopis off the crossbar. Oh, and Protopis took the worst of that. She collided with the bar. Let's hope she's okay.
Good to see her bounce back up, but man, I think the crossbar has saved NC State 3 or 4 times tonight. Another really good, dangerous opportunity. Again, Moxley, we've said her name quite a few times. Dangerous ball in,
and with that collision, Isabel Cox accumulates the yellow right there. Okay, good. Not the head. That is safe to see.
Definitely takes a hard knock there. She just kind of puts her body on the line for that one.
Not that the thighs are a fun place to hit the crossbar, but a little more support than the noggin.
Yeah.
It's like those parkour people love to just jump off the side of walls and move around. Look at this consistent possession from Carolina, giving NC State no opportunities. Good interplay. Patterson turns to Cox. Plays it back to Hare. Wide ball, Moxley. 1v1 with Smith. Back in. Headed out, and Strickland concedes the corner. And here is what UNC has done tonight, Michaela. 3 fantastic goals.
First one, again, Shores just really is aggressive and highlight of the night. Dela Peruta just touching and not surprised, but Ali Sentnor, a little bit of individual magic.
And that might have been the dagger tonight, early in the second half.
Fantastic finish that is.
Made it 3-0, more chances since. And after the line change of 6 newcomers, Tessa Dela Rose, who just re-entered here on the corner.
And based on how the first 20 minutes have gone, I would say that UNC might have a few more under their belt as they're just peppering.
4 saves for Protapas, and those have been difficult ones at that. As this kick, though, a bit botched.
Instead, I would almost argue that NC State was a bit more dangerous in the first half. The second half, they definitely seem to be sitting in a bit more.
You see the numbers back for Tim Santoro's defense. That must be so challenging, though. A team that can control possession, you're chasing 3.
Right. I mean, honestly, it's tough. Like you said, you're in front of a huge home crowd. You're down a few goals. You're playing the #1 team in the country. And I know prior to this, we kind of talked about, like, what's your mentality going into the game? And I think it needs to be one of respect, right? You have to respect who they are, what UNC brings to the table, the players that they have, and the caliber and the quality that they have. But I think that line of respect needs to be really balanced with not playing scared. You have to go out. You're in the ACC. And the second half, I don't know if it borders that, you know?
That is the challenge of the #1 team in the country. The pressure continues with a shot there. Protapas saves it. We have bodies all over the pitch here. And now State a chance to counter. You see Rabimba's down. And now a whistle. Referee looked to control things with Stephen Foster.
Soto just clipped her a bit there late in the tackle. Great save by Protapas.
Dela Rose sends it wide. A good win of the ball. Soto, impressive there. But NC State, they do get possession. Here's Joseph, if only for a minute. So Jamise Joseph will exit, and Hannah Jabril will enter. That could be the future of NC State offensively right there. Subbing in for a great veteran senior in Joseph. Not to look too far ahead to next August, but.
Right. I mean, to be a freshman and playing these games, it's a great learning opportunity, and from an experience standpoint too. These are the kind of games you grow from. You want to, and this is why you come to play in the ACC. I'm sure this is why she chose NC State, is to play in games like this. You want to play against the best players in the country, and not even just to play, but to contribute. And I think, Santoro sees that in her, is to really bring a difference to the field as a sub.
Carolina, of course, going in groups of 6 with substitutes. And tonight, with Carolina and State meeting here at Dale Soccer, there is a attendance bonanza. 3972, new program record. This place is rocking and rolling. Maybe not to the support of the home crowd, but an excellent attendance tonight.
And that is crazy to think that. I think 3 weeks ago, they previously broke the attendance record, I want to say at 2,500.
2,500 for Barbie night.
Wow. And the fact that it's almost at 4,000 tonight is, I mean, we said it earlier, you can't find a seat. There's people standing everywhere. What a great show out for women's soccer tonight here in Raleigh.
Getting deep into the ACC season, and you can tell these programs highly supported. It's neat, too, in this state locally, with Cary hosting the ACC tournament and then the national championships, the College Cup. Fantastic area for college soccer. Carolina, of course, the winningest program in NCAA history at the Division I level. Something tells me that Anson Dorrance's club will be right back in a College Cup if things go their way and can look to avenge last year's loss to UCLA in the final. Have the full possession numbers, but it looks almost 80-20 Carolina in the second half. They have kept the lead and maintained it. The shot selection certainly tells part of the story. Good turn by Bella Sember. Soto does a nice job winning the ball back. Ooh, nifty run a play there. Fernanda Soto's like a Tasmanian devil. I love watching her out there zip around the field.
Very fun to watch. Very scrappy, very unpredictable. Definitely got a little punch to her, for sure.
Yeah, Strickland earns the throw against her former team. What is the takeaway here for Tim Santoro heading into a busy week of conference?
Again, I think it's about the points. I think that's where his head is at, is really just on paper, you got to have the points at this stage in the season. I think, you know, not to hit the panic button into postseason play, but just seeing where you can get results.
Opportunities here for the Tar Heels. 1v4 and a corner kick conceded. Because NC State has a busy slate coming up. They'll face Virginia Tech, who's 3 points ahead of them, Miami, Syracuse. Those are matches that are teams right below the top six, and you have a chance to move up in the standings.
Right, again, very competitive, and those are going to be very important games for the Wolfpack at this point.
That matchup next Sunday is on the ACC network right here at home against Virginia. That'll actually kickstart the doubleheader with the Duke-Carolina matchup at 4 o'clock. So set your fantasy football lineups early and then watch some college soccer the rest of the day. Good corner flicked in. Whoa, Bertapas, and the delivery. Hare puts it through. Carolina makes it 4-0. Bertapas had chances there, but could not stop the opportunity.
It almost looked like that first one could be argued to go in, but that's okay because she was right there to clean it up. Hare
with her first career goal, as a matter of fact. And there's where the reaction comes from.
Yep.
Yeah, Bertapas bounced it off the crossbar there. That was difficult.
I mean, UNC has arguably won every single first touch off a set piece tonight. And just the Wolfpack really just have not defended the set pieces well. That's the second UNC goal of the night from a set piece, and then 2 in the run of play from just individual efforts from forward. So
Hare becomes the lucky 13th Baker's dozen goal scorer for the Tar Heels this year. That's incredible when your entire 11 and 2 substitutes have scored. Shows you the depth that Anson Dorrance has. Look at this lovely ball. Weber able to deflect it, but possession continues. Now Weber comes out with it. NC State wanting to show some pride in the final 17 minutes in front of a record crowd tonight here in Raleigh. We noted NC State with a busy week. Carolina has some big tournament heavy hitters. Miami, Duke, and Wake Forest in the next 3 matches. Of course, worth noting, the Tar Heels are 4-0-3 against the top 25 and have done really well in those matches also. Here's what's cooking for Anson Dorrance the next couple of weeks. That Duke matchup is fascinating because Cat Rader is an electric scorer, and the way Carolina is so balanced, that could be a very entertaining Sunday.
And I'm sure this is a really good opportunity for Dorrance to even, I know he subs very frequently, but even to play players even more and just really get players even more playing time, I think this is a really good opportunity leading into Duke, right? Building up momentum for that game, because that's definitely going to be one to watch.
And there comes Allen out from her posts. Amy Allen, the redshirt sophomore from High Point, local product, has stepped into the starting role after earning 19 wins last year. She's minutes away from her 7th tonight. Two in the first half, 2 in the second here for North Carolina. Wanting to exact revenge of a 1-0 loss here in Raleigh 2 years ago, almost to the day. With a feisty NC State club that back then. As we now tick under 15 minutes. A little tussle for the ball. The Tar Heels keep it. And sent wide by Sember. Cutting back in. Protopos is there. About 7 saves for Olivia Protopos. And that video's on Snapchat tonight.
I think he was happy he caught that one.
Or maybe TikTok, I'm not sure.
Could be anywhere.
It is neat to see the student turnout as well. One thing to have the community, but then the local students. You talked about it, Michaela, the substitutes aplenty. Carolina is seconds away from bringing on a flurry of subs. I'm glad I brought a pencil tonight. Now it's Kaylee Hare who scored her first career goal just a few minutes prior. Back out wide. Boy, the possession has been tantalizing in this second half. All Carolina, more numbers forward. Hare. Feeds it to Fossey. This is promising. Ooh, over Soto. And then cleared out. But the pressure continues. Look at this look from King. And now a chance for the substitutes to enter. Or maybe not.
I think they're going to jump on the next one.
The group is ready. Including the goalkeeper substitute. I'll enter in just a moment. That's Nona Reason. Darlene with a good fight with Mary Frances Sims. Carolina with the win tonight. They will match Florida State with 10 points in the conference. Notre Dame up to 10 points, and Wake Forest remains at 7. That's the next tier. Really, the difference is the draw with NC State. Otherwise, Wake would have 10, and then you have a four-way tie for first. That match, Wake and NC State had 18 combined fouls. I believe 7 different yellows. It was a very physical Thursday night.
Very physical, yep. Lots of cards that game.
That was a game of Uno. And the winner was a 1-1 draw. Sember shoots it out wide. There's a missile into the air as we tick under 12 minutes, and a corner kick is conceded. 10th corner for the Tar Heels tonight. And Carolina, in the midst of this 4-0 win tonight, adds on to it just a fantastic resume. Top 25 wins aplenty, no losses in this stretch. This is a team that is ready for the postseason. Because, Michaela, when you slot off this kind of schedule and continue to perform, that is highly impressive.
Right. I mean, credit to them for getting off to the season in a very good standing, but now into conference play, bouncing back after that tough tie to Florida State last week and going on the road 30-minute drive down the road, I should say, but put on a stellar performance tonight against the Wolfpack. And I think they can be very happy with what they've been able to show tonight.
Well, not a ranked win tonight for Carolina. This was an intense atmosphere. We noted the 3,900 plus. Set a Dale Soccer Stadium record tonight. Now, the Tar Heels, they put up the first goal in the 5 minutes. That really changed the direction. Evelyn Shores on the header. And Tim Santora will go to sleep tonight saying, "Wake me up when September ends. I'm ready for October," and clearing the slate from this performance.
And UNC definitely has brought on some new faces, and I think that's just the opportunity that the scoreline allows the coaching staff to do. But it's really good for the team as well, because you don't know what postseason demands from a team between injuries and overtimes.
And setting your travel roster
exactly.
is important as well.
You never know when you're called upon, and I think to get minutes in a conference game is really important. So
conversely, of a Florida State team with only 22 on the active roster, Carolina has subbed in 10 different reserves tonight. It's just a different contrast in depth. We're on a play here, pushing this forward. There's Rabimbas. And I know Pertapas will concede the 4 goals, but I will say her performance was noteworthy, and it was definitely difficult tonight having to face these shots.
She has been challenged, but she has done very well. I think she's come up very big for the Wolfpack numerous times.
Macy Teeter sends it out wide. This is McKenna Dominguez. A couple of new faces. Dominguez out of Sierra Madre, California. And a throw here for the Wolfpack. Actually, I was wrong. And as a word to the Tar Heels. Paige Tolentino, veteran senior at Pinehurst, returns on the defensive side for Carolina. There are a lot of new faces in. Sydney Cheeseman, the sophomore of Colorado. Here's Dominguez. Francis Sims sends that away. And that touch by Asia Means just a bit strong. This has to be a challenge for any team. So many new players checking in the last 10 minutes.
Definitely a challenge, but I think a good challenge, because that's the kind of one you want to kind of see, I think, from as a coaching staff perspective, the different things you're able to do with players, different positions. It's a good problem to have, I think, if you're in this position.
24 different players have appeared for the Tar Heels tonight, and I imagine a few more may slip in the last 7 minutes. the Atlantic Coast Conference, clearly Carolina the best team with Florida State, but you see Wake Forest at 25. There was a litany of legit top 16, Elite 8, College Cup performers this year.
And I think that's the best part about playing the AC is you're playing in arguably the best conference in the country.
You have Duke making the round of 8 last year, losing in overtime to Alabama. There is a litany of good programs.
Right, exactly. And that's not even from a bias standpoint, from the numbers and from the facts of College Cups, appearances, the amount of teams making the NCAA tournament, the amount of professional players coming out of UNC, of Florida State. It's just arguably, it's where you want to play in college soccer.
And the RPI backs that up. Carolina, Florida State, Notre Dame, and Clemson all in the top 10, which evaluates your performance, your opponent's performance. The #1 rated RPI conference right now is the ACC. I know UCLA will say, well, hold my drink for a second, hold my water. They have performed well. Reigning national champs. Future Big Ten team, which is hard to wrap my mind around.
Still can't imagine it, to be honest.
You have Stanford, of course, elite program joining the ACC, SMU, strong power of the American, and then Cal, Berkeley, whose football field is on an earthquake fault line, which I always find fascinating. Cal Memorial Stadium. Final 5 minutes here in Raleigh. Good through ball. And deflected out. That's a goal kick for NC State. First touch of the night for Kai Hayes, the redshirt junior out of Florida. Updated numbers, 27 total have now appeared for the Tar Heels. A couple more snuck in the last 5 minutes.
You know, with that number, I wonder how big the Wolfpack roster, if they even have 27 people on the roster. Between injuries and
27 available, that's a great question.
That is 27 players to play. That is crazy.
28 are on the official listed roster here at NC State. Tyler Holtz, the sports information director, always does a great job of keeping the rosters updated.
Yeah, and with the 2 season-ending injuries that we know about, we already know that's done.
I want to thank Chandler Brands as well of UNC. She works with the soccer program and the lacrosse program as the sports information contact. You know, I saw Nona, the other keeper, Nona Reason, stand in the warm-up area, but it looks like that Emmy Allen has stayed in the match. Interesting. So basically every player but the keeper has been subbed out at one point or another. There's a clipping from behind. Joseph with the foul. NC State with 3 home matches remaining as Pratapa scoops that one up, including number 10 Notre Dame on the final home game on October 22nd. Carolina continues its unbeaten road stretch. Battle of the sound horns here in the last 2 minutes. Carolina stays on possession here, looking for a 5th. Teeter plays it out wide. There's Oliaro. Oh, good back heel, but Soto found it. Back in the Tar Heels' possession. Centered. And knocked away. Kaylee Hare, who of course scored her first career goal here for the Tar Heels, playing now center defense. They'll keep the ball on this side of the field in the final 2 minutes. I'd love to know the pass touch total for North Carolina tonight. It might be over 1,000 passes.
They've definitely put on a clinic, it seems, this second half.
And that final pass a bit strong.
And you can kind of just see the energy of the Wolfpack just really
has to be tough mentally.
Has really simmered the second 45.
Went into the break 2-0, had a couple of chances on corners, but then the third goal from
I think that third goal really just
Sentner's beautiful finish.
Yeah, so quick into the half as well. Really just kind of nailed.
This will improve Carolina all-time to 49-3-2. Now, 2 of those losses have come in the last 10 years, but tonight's certainly a big night for North Carolina soccer. One final chance here for the Tar Heels on a 4-0 lead. Chance to make it 5, and Protopis is there. Michaela, what are your final thoughts on tonight's matchup?
UNC just showed why they're the #1 team in the country, or top program in the country. And UNC, Wolfpack tonight just really couldn't match their energy. You know, I think they made a lot of central turnovers, a lot of little mistakes, and the second half just didn't kind of come out as hard as they did the first half. But
and the #1 team in the country comes on the road, flexes its muscle. The Tar Heels with a 4-goal performance, the return of Dela Peruta, and it was all North